definitely a nice little chocolate chip cookie. That's why it's like only like a minute, because definitely has replay value.
Yeah,
and I love that beat. I love the way how he broke it down too, like with the rhyme schemes. I definitely was intrigued.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's always interesting when you get those short little songs, because it's, I don't know, I feel like you have an idea and you're kind of hearing the rawest form of that, right? Like,
yes, indeed, yeah.
And that's always interesting because it's just a look into somebody's mind, their mental space. Like when you have these fuller, more produced songs, you know, they span a bit more time, I feel like, as far as you know, what the time that they're documenting, whereas these short little songs like that are definitely a lot more of a flash in the pan, like look at what this person was thinking in that exact time.
Right. Definitely like it.
I do. It's difficult for me because especially with something like this where there's the one beat and there is for the most part kind of just the one flow. I have difficulty talking about those things quite as much because, you know, my background isn't quite as rap hip hop oriented. So like I oftentimes will latch onto the beat a lot more than the lyrics the first time that I'm listening. And so it's hard for me to like listen to something like that for one time and have like a lot of in-depth things to say about it, just because of, you know, I don't listen to lyrics the first time around typically. I try to, but
that's the first thing I grasp at is the lyrics. You know what I mean? That's the first thing I go for.
Yeah. I feel like there's different ways that people listen to music depending on like what their background is. And so like, like you as a lyricist, you listen to the lyrics and the flow and probably like find that very inspiring. Whereas me, I kind of listen to the vibe the first time, and then I kind of like latch onto the lyrics later.
Got it.
So my next song is from an artist that actually reached out to me directly to try and get their song on a future episode, which... By the way, if any artists out there are watching and they want to get their music on the show, submissions are always free. You can send me an email at freshfindspod@gmail.com or send me a DM on Instagram and I will check out your stuff. If I like it, I'll put it on the show. If not, then better luck next time, I suppose.
Just keep rolling the dice. Just keep rolling the dice.
Exactly, man. Well, that's one of the things that I've learned is the power of the cold call. Right? Like, if you reach out to somebody, the worst thing that they can say is no, or they can not get back to you. The best thing, and a lot of people will do this, is if you reach out, they'll be like, oh, hey, somebody reached out to me. That's super cool. And then oftentimes that'll lead to something. That's just something that I've learned over the past few years is like, if you reach out to people, a lot more things will come your way. Right.
I always look at it. If the door is slammed, just figure out that you can like pretty much go through the back door, go through the side door, just figure out another way to go through other than the front. And the more you keep doing it, makes the person who slams the door more frustrated. I get it. I get a kick out of that.
Yeah, 100%. So this is Breezy the Band with their song Pale Horse.